Well guys, we're back again, back at Roundham. Yeah, it's been one of them days. Been doing lots of things around the house that just needed doing. Yeah, you know, those kind of things, chores. And so high tide is about another 50 minutes, I suppose. So I've just popped out with the trusty lure rod, just to give it a go, you know, see what's out there. High tide should coincide with the sun going down and that nice, you know, what we used to call the pollock hour as kids, because you always seem to catch pollock when it was all sort of quiet and the sun had just gone down and the lighting was nice and warm, balmy evenings, you know. So yeah, so I'm going to give it a go with a mattle for the first, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes I suppose, and see how we go. As I say, a couple of hours just to kill the time, and get some fresh air in my lungs. I'll bring you back. As if by magic, we're ready to go. Wish me luck. There's a lot of movement in the tide out there, and we're in shadow here because of the cliff face, so I'm going to change on to something like a sandeel type lure. Yeah, there's an awful lot of movement out there. The RNLI have given local surge warnings for people on the coast. It certainly is quite surgy. So, yeah, I'm going to change my lure a bit earlier than I was going to. I'll bring you back. There you go guys, that's what I'm going to go on to. It's a weedless job. Might be Savage gear, but I'm not absolutely sure, to be honest. But I had some luck with this down at Blackpool Sands last time I was out in the evening, so we'll give it a go. as I was saying, a lot of surge out there. See how we go. Still quite a while before high tide, so hopefully we won't get chased off, but we shall see. So I've got a weedless lure on there, not only because there is a few patches of weed out there, but there's an awful lot of rocks. Those of you that follow the channel will know that just there is some catch rock, so you know there's plenty of rocks around to get your lure caught on, so weedless is quite a good idea around these parts, in my humble opinion. And it is just that, my humble opinion. Yeah, been a day of well, usual story really, you know, trying to make room and basically moving some crap from this pile to making another pile somewhere else. But you know, hey, it's my crap, I'll move it where I want. But yeah, it's one of them days that's gone by in the blink of an eye. Back to work tomorrow, but I just thought, yeah, tide will be just around about that nice time of the evening, so let's get ourselves out for a couple of hours, have a bit of fun, as you do. Not hugely productive off here for lure fishing. Well, as I've said before, it's not hugely productive for fishing off here really. I just enjoy coming here. Oh no, that's the rocks. But just occasionally you get something, nice big wrasse, or I mean, people have caught bass off here, but it's not a regular occurrence. We were down here the other night and the mackerel were in, so where the mackerel are, you might get the bass having a go. Who knows? Don't know unless you try. That's the thing. And we certainly try, don't we, guys? Just a note on that, had a notification this morning saying we'd surpassed, I think it's 4,000 watch time hours on the old tube. You know, that's one of the criteria for becoming monetized. Sounds grand, doesn't it? But as a lot of you will know, and certainly the guys that are monetized in the fishing niche, they will know that, you know, you're lucky if you pay for your bait really. That's why a lot of them have got you know, websites with rigs for sale, etc., you know, because, you know, just relying on the, I think it's AdSense money, is not something that'll keep you from working. I mean, from my point of view, if I could find another 500 subscribers, only 500, then maybe it would pay for the bait, you know, the odd £5 or £10 a month would put some fuel in the car maybe. So yeah, fine, you know, Been at it over a year now, and we've got, I think it's just shy of 500 subscribers. But I have to say, the majority of those 500 subscribers seem to be quite loyal, and for that, thanks guys. It does mean a lot. You seem to tune in every week and give me a like or leave a comment. I know there's an awful lot out there that tune in and don't even subscribe, but yeah, it was quite a revelation when I got that message this morning from YouTube. But yeah, so just the one criteria to fulfill: another 500 plus subscribers, please. It's probably going to take us another 2 years, I should think, but hey ho. We like to fish, and we bring you guys along as well, and hopefully you enjoy what you see. Mr. Cormorant, lovely jubbly. When I first arrived here, I'm pretty sure I saw a peregrine. I have seen them before down here. They go after the pigeons that nest in the rocks. But if I see one again, I'll try and get it on film, because I know there's a lot of you out there that like to see the wildlife. But yeah, I mean, if you do watch regularly and you're not subscribed, if you could just press that subscribe button. It's free. It's a stupid name really, subscribe. It should just say follow really. You don't have to hit the bell and make, and get notifications every time I do. Hello, Mr. Cormorant. Get notifications every time I do something. I mean, that's entirely up to you, but if you could just subscribe, it makes a heck of a difference to the visual aspects of the channel as regards the algorithm, apparently. I am learning slowly. A confirmed IT dinosaur, but I am learning bits and pieces. Anyway, enough of all that. I'll bring you back. It's been another lovely day, although the weather's supposed to be changing tomorrow. Hence we've got all this swell, I guess. Oh, that's not clever. Oh, there we are, we're all right. I've moved over a little bit from where I was. It's quite restrictive for lure fishing. As I say, there's an awful lot of rocks around, so you've got to be a bit careful where you're actually dragging the lure over, what kind of ground is there. Hopefully it'll be all right. There's quite a bit of water, and with the weedless lure, hopefully it'll be all right. Come on, fish. I can feel it bumping over the rocks. Just hope it don't get caught. I haven't got a big selection of lures with me this evening. Nice wrasse would be nice. That would be nice. Sort of angle the camera a little bit so you can get a bit of the wave motion. A bit more interesting for you than just looking at a horizon. Yeah, there's an awful lot of rocks out there. Bit madness really, dragging a lure across there, but if there's going to be any fish, it might well be over there. Just try and keep the rod tip up a little bit and see how we go. Yeah, that's a bit scary. Don't particularly want to lose my lures. But there's a nice reef over there. Try and keep it up in the table a little bit. Oh, see Mr. Seal there, just dive down. If I catch him on the edit, I'll put an arrow on him. Just saw him nip down there, which is a bit of a pain. I don't want him scaring off the fish. He's over there now, look. I don't... Oh, you bugger. Usual story, as soon as you point him out, he disappears. Well, if he's here, he's catching fish, so... we shall see. Oh, it's very rocky there. Sometimes it just catches a bit of weed and you think, oh, I'm in! No, you're not. Scary stuff. On a top lure really, I think. Well guys, high tide now, round about high tide. We've reached that magic moment where the sun's gone down. The birds are starting to make their way to roosting. Say that's what we used to call the pollock hour, because always seem to get a pollock turn up in the lower light levels. We shall see. Keep everything crossed. Tide's rushing that way. So it just keeps catching weed or hooking onto the rock. Heart sort of jumps into your mouth. Ah dear. Is the kids flying out? Okay guys, well, I've gone on to a top lure. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with top lures. I have no idea whether this is a good time or conditions to be using one. But I don't know, I just like that terrain. And the fact that the seal was hunting over there, you know, to me says there's probably fish, or there have been fish over there. So, yeah. And the fact that it's so rocky, something floating on the top is probably a good idea. If you get my drift. But I don't know, I mean, those of you more experienced than me, please do, you know, make the comment. I'm happy to learn. Please do, you know. Try and keep the comments friendly if you could, please. Don't want to hurt my feelings. But, yeah. Who knows? Whew. A bit careful or I'll get one in the forehead. Whoa, bloody hell. Wet feet. Jesus. Whoa. Hey. Might be time to seek higher ground. I'll bring you back. Yeah, it's certainly surgy. I have no idea whether this lure is performing like it should. I'm assuming it is. I can't see it, so when it's in the water, that is. So just got to trust to luck, really. But I'm good at that. I'm reeling in a bit quickly. Just caught sight of the lure there, it was moving quite quick, so let's slow it down a little bit, I think. Certainly nice to be out. As I say, this camera doesn't like the low light conditions, so probably struggling now to see anything, so we won't be out much longer, but not filming anyway. If I catch something, I might be out here for a few hours. But we shall see. I'll bring you back. Okay guys, well we're really losing the light now, so I've gone on to a splatter from our good friends at Sea Weights. As you can see, it's a bit luminous, so we're going to give that a go for 5 minutes before I make my way up the road, up the cliff, because as I say, I haven't got any lights, and the darker it is, the harder it is to get up there without falling down. So let's have a go. I actually saw that land. It'd be great for squid, I would have thought. I can see that coming towards me. It hangs about 6 inches though. I don't know, he's on the surface at the moment. Anybody had any experience with these? If you have, please make some comments. Let us know. Just see that in the waves. I mean, just give it a little nudge and there's a lot of action on that actually. That's interesting. That is interesting. Come on, fish. Got to be a curious one out there somewhere. It's a very slow sinking lure. Take my time reeling it in. Just let the wave actions move it around. See it out there. It's very responsive. Like all the sea weight lures really, they're all very responsive. This one's just a bit special. Well guys, that's a wrap as they say. Lost the light completely pretty much now. The camera isn't going to pick anything up. So I want to get off anyway because I've got work in the morning. I've still got some things to do. So thank you for joining me. No fish unfortunately, but you know, the exercise was to get out and get some fresh air. You know, been cooped up all day. So thank you for joining me. Yeah, any comments on tips or anything like that on lure fishing, what lures to use in these conditions, etc. Please do, you know, make the comment. I'm all ears. Happy to learn, happy to listen to people that, you know, got more experience than I have. I don't pretend to be any kind of lure fisherman to any standard. But yeah, it's been a lovely evening on the English Riviera. Thanks again for joining me. And thanks to all the subscribers, the likers. As I say, seems to be progressing. Over 4,000 watch time hours. So you guys have been watching me for over 4,000 hours, which is great. I love it. So I'll keep doing it as much, you know, as long as I can, and as long as I keep enjoying it. So thanks very much. Be lucky. Take care. Cheers, guys. Cheers.